Fortnite Season 3 has brought so many new locations and options for brand new drop spots. With tournaments fast approaching, let's take a look at the new, most overpowered drops for you and your duo. For each of these locations, I'll rate them out of 5 for loot, materials, and how likely it is to be contested. Then we'll find out which drop is truly the best. First up is Fungi Farm, located to the south of Greasy Grove. This is a brand new area introduced into Season 3. With up to 10 chests, 18 floor loot spawns, and 5 ammo crates, this place has some solid loot for both you and your duo. This drop spot also has unlimited shields. With 5 slurp barrels and 6 fungi mushrooms, you simply need to break the barrels with your duo and jump on the mushrooms to get maximum HP immediately. Also, these mushrooms actually recharge after 20 seconds, so you essentially have unlimited shield if you get into an engagement early on. This is so valuable in duos. When it comes to materials, you can quickly farm wood at the drop spot with pallets, fences, and the buildings that are made out of wood. To farm brick, you can easily rotate to the south beach, which has plenty of rocks that can be farmed. Although there isn't any metal in the area directly, you can rotate over to the Dusty Depot building to the west of the location using the geyser that is located here. This geyser is also really useful for making those long north zone rotations. When it comes to contestation, there isn't likely to be too many teams directly contesting you, but with this location being so close to Greasy Grove, the likelihood of a third party is high, so you have to be on your toes when looting here, especially if you're in a high level lobby where players are looking for search. Now onto the rankings for this POI. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 for loot, 3 out of 5 for materials, and a 4 out of 5 for contestation, giving an overall 11 out of 15 for this drop spot. Not bad at all. From the south side of the map to the very north, the next drop spot that's had a huge update in Season 3 is Washout Wharf. What used to be a solid solo drop has now been transformed into a really viable option for duos. The area on the hill used to be empty, but now has a huge building similar to those you'd find in a logjam to the south. This building has buffed the area hugely, and now instead of 9 chests, there are now 16 chests, 28 floor loot spawns, and 19 ammo crates, making this area have more than enough loot for a duo. There's also a whole load of fishing spots at sea to the north of the area, which make tanking Storm a bit easier with this drop spot. Materials-wise, this drop has literally everything you need. Plenty of wood logs to cap off your wood immediately, stacks of brick to the northeast side of the area, and about 2,000 metal in both the docks and new building alone. You couldn't ask for more from a drop like this. Because of the updates to this location, you can expect to be directly contested by one team, often landing at either the docks or the new building. If you are contested, try to claim the buildings on the hill, as they have more chests and give you the positional advantage over the team below. If you are looking to fight, then just make sure to finish it quickly. Otherwise, the team from Logjam will more than likely rotate in and third party. If you're not looking to fight off spawn, then there's plenty of options to rotate away or into zone with the zipline over to the rifts on the hill to the west. You do have to be careful of teams looking to beam you while you're on the zipline though, but still, some good options. Now though, it's time for the ratings. For loot, I'll give this a 5 out of 5. It has everything you need. Materials, also 5 out of 5. Unbelievable amount of materials here, and probably a 2 out of 5 for contestation, as I can see this area attracting a lot of duos this season, especially teams that want a W key from Logjam. Overall, 12 out of 15. Not too bad. Finally, another drop spot that's gone under the radar for so many seasons is the Temple and 7 Outpost split. These are 2 locations that are solid duo drops on their own, but when combined, they make an awesome drop spot that can compete with some of the POIs in the game. What I love about this drop spot is that there's options to dip off to either place if you're contested, and you can easily get surge in stack lobbies by rotating up to the Daily Bugle Mountains early and looking down on teams fighting there. Boasting 23 chests, 51 floor loot spawns, 20 ammo crates, and 3 IO crates from the vault, this area has plenty of loot to go around, and it's all in a small area, so it's very quick and very easy to loot. It's very easy to come out of here with god loot and max heals. Another great feature of this drop spot is the 3 rifts at the 7 outpost. Most teams will only use 1 to rotate, but you can make use of all 3 by using the first 2 to scout out for teams that could be approaching, and then the final 1 to easily rotate into zone or get onto the Daily Bugle Hill for Surge in stacked lobbies. In terms of materials, this place has a good amount nearby, with plenty of trees for wood and a good amount of rocks for brick. I mean, the entire temple is made out of bricks, so if you're short, then there's plenty there. The only downside to this drop is the metal. There isn't any directly at the drop spot, but if you rotate to the north, there's a small house that has a good amount of metal. Not enough for both players to have maximum, but about 400 to 500 total. When it comes to being contested, this area will likely have up to 2 teams landing here each game, but it's quite often there'll be 1. I recommend trying to aim for the temple as it has the most loot, but if you get outdropped, then you can use the 7 outposts as a way to quickly loot and fight or get away using a rift. If you have this area uncontested, then it's a really solid place to be. Finally, it's time for the ratings. For loot, I'll give this a 5 out of 5, materials a 2 out of 5, and contestation would be a 3 out of 5, giving this drop an overall score of 10 out of 15 on the OP rating. Which drop will you be going to? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.